All right. I need to um I need to hire a production staff because this is totally outside of my comfort zone. But welcome to Quarantine with Styles, Watching with Styles, Driving with Styles, the whole Styles empire, which really isn't an empire, but I'm gonna call it empire. Welcome. Decided to do this because this was my slotted time for breaking down film, and I still got time. So let's talk. Um, this will be. I'm gonna probably stick with this for a minute. See if we can get some interaction with fans. I know it's at a weird part of the day, so I'm not sure if it's a good time. Might try a different time slot. I'm not sure, but let's get into, I guess, a couple topics, so to speak. I don't know if I want to get into this crystal ball thing or to the no. I'm gonna get into the Brett Venable thing. Nowadays in sports, especially in the coaching ranks, there is no need to rush your ascension. I guess your steps into being a head coach, if even if that's what you want to be. With the amount of money that coordinators and position coaches are making now, there is an opportunity for you to just bide your time. As much as you want, you can bide your time more than in the past because it was kind of a money grab. I will consistently say this, that some guys and girls in any sport are not made to lead men and women. They might be their ceiling might be leading a group of men or women. Meaning, in football, particular, maybe your ceiling is a defensive offensive coordinator. So your ceiling is coordinator, not leading a whole team of men or women, but just a group. And I think we've seen that some coordinators are not set out to be good head coaches. There's a is a weird dichotomy with the whole hierarchy of coaching. And like I told somebody with the whole crystal ball thing with Manny Diaz, you really need three head coaches. Now you just got one. It's kind of like what? What do you have? The CEO and the COO, the CFO, or you have VPs, whatever you want to call it in business. You need guys or girls under you that are just as valuable, has the mindset that you have. You just have the final call. And Venables has had his chance of being a head coach many times, but the patience he had says a lot about him because he could have jumped on any opportunity. I think that's what happens to a lot of coaches. They jump on an opportunity that just doesn't fit them. And to wait as long as he's waited, it's kind of like your Bruce Arians, your Vic Fangios, those kind of guys who bided their time and finally got a chance. I'm not sure how Brent is going to do at OU, but I think he's got everything there to succeed. And for him and, for example, Billy Napier to be patient and wait says a lot about them. And I think it bodes well for them as coaches because I think that patience also leans over to the players too. How if you're that patient with your own career, you can be that patient with your players. And man, kudos to Venables for waiting and stand to his guns and say, I'm not going to leave unless I get the job that's perfect for me. It's going to be interesting to see. I think I tweeted this, that Dabo losing him and Elliott could potentially be a blessing in disguise because I think he needs something to get him going. I'm not saying it got stale, but I'm gonna say I think it got stale for him because it's like for example, being a track coach. The guy who coached me 20 plus years ago is coaching my son. And he's pretty much doing the same workouts. It's a little adjustments to the times and the research with track, but the the type of workouts every day is the same. He has a formula. It's been working. We've won so many state championships in track and field and cross country. It's crazy. So he goes by that same formula. Sometimes that formula gets stale. I think that, especially in football, I think that formula got stale for Dabo. And I think now it's going to reinvigorate him. And I think it's potentially a another fire starter or reigniting that flame, that turn that pilot light back on for Dabo. So the Brent Venable thing, man, it's I am happy for him because I think without him, Clemson doesn't win those national championships. That defense he produced for that 4 to 5 year span was pretty damn good. And while I'm talking about him, let me finish on Napier. Man, to me it sucks personally, and not personally for me. What's up, Cam? It's not personally for me, but is personally for the kids in this area. Coach Napier gave a lot of local kids, and when I say local kids, kids from Baton Rouge, from schools like East Feliciana that are not football traditional powerhouses, to come play for his institution, for his program. He recruited this area pretty damn good, probably better than most local schools. And it stinks that he's gone because he's at Florida. He's not gonna go for those kids, man. Follow my new Twitter. Stop playing. What new Twitter? What's your new Twitter? So these kids are gonna, I hope the next coach at ULL, or as they call it, University of Louisiana. I don't know when they got that title, but apparently when I was gone. I hope that guy continues to recruit the local Baton Rouge kids and give some of these kids a chance to play the sport that they love. Because he did a really good job of recruiting this state. Probably better than any other school in the state besides LSU. Not this state plus the city. And I personally appreciate that. So it stinks. And he was another guy that waited. Had to. That's on you, Cam. So, but I don't know. What's your new Twitter? So for that, he was awesome, and he won. That's another thing. So hopefully that will continue with the next staff, because I hope they realize how important that is for the ULL brand, since they are now officially given the moniker for University of Louisiana. So now let's recruit the damn state of Louisiana and recruit your big cities, Baton Rouge, they obviously in Lafayette, New Orleans, and go on to Shreveport too. But that guy can coach, and I know I'm not sure. The thing about it is when you're recruiting and you're at the table with LSU, so to speak, and you're taking LSU leftovers, or the ones that LSU don't want, is you get some really damn good players. So I wonder if the next coach can be able to sit at the table and take some of those players that LSU pushed to the side. I'm not sure. So we shall see. Wade, thanks Wade for joining. Wade asked the question: do you think Kelly is going to succeed at LSU? Yes. Here's why. And I said this before, and I say it again. The greatest thing that happened at LSU, and people would not agree with me, is, I don't say the greatest thing. That's stretching a little bit. One good thing that happened at LSU was Jerry DiNardo coming here. And what Jerry did after Hallman left was create that bridge between the head coach and the local high school coaches again. And that made Saban's job when he got here easier. And Saban continued that. And every coach from that time has continued that. The last 3 coaches that have coached here has won a national championship. I don't think that's changing. LSU has facilities. The in-state talent is just as good as it's ever been, always been. I mean, just think about it. This is the one that I really hang on. Is, for example, when I played, it was Eddie Kennison. When Les Miles came and the offense was not very good, they still got Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham with that offense. Those are local kids that wanted to play for the local kid. So, yes, he will succeed. I'm going to say this, I'm going to say it again. I've said it many times. Coach O did not get fired for losing. That's New Orleans, Cam. Coach O didn't get fired because of losing. Coach O got fired for other things. And that's why he got fired. Don't think this losing record had anything to do with it. The losing record was a ability to let him go without any issues, without as much criticism as it could have gotten. Woodward's gonna get criticized regardless, because how can you let a guy who just won a national championship 2 years ago, how can you fire him? Do some research with all the stuff that LSU has gone through since Coach O has been here. That's New Orleans, man. That's just like when I was in Chicago and I lived, Elgin's about 40 miles west of the city, and we were still called Chicago. Don't nobody know where Harahan is besides local. There's some people in Baton Rouge don't know where Harahan is. Or Hanville, or that people don't know. Right, Roman Candle. I got you. So, Kelly can win here. That's how Kelly can win. It's just by bringing in the right coaches. That's it. It's really that simple. Bringing in the right coaches. Let's just say, I know Joe Brady was let go. What if Joe Brady comes back to LSU? That brings that offense back up to respectability. Now all they gotta do is bring a defensive coordinator in here who's respected, and he will win games. Everybody says, well, they're on the tougher side of that's BS. LSU's always been on that side in recent history. So they won a national championship with Coach O on that side. That makes no difference. It's just a matter of bringing in the right guys to assist you with leading the program. That's it. It's that simple. Kids in this state want to play for LSU. It's that simple. Alabama can come and get a player or two. Georgia can come and get a player or two. But if you look at the roster of LSU when they were winning, it's here, man. It's in this state. So it's that simple. He will win here. I'm gonna say another thing. Fans are not. I hear a lot of things. I'm in Baton Rouge. I hear a lot of people saying that fans here are their expectations are too high. It's not really that. Fans here expectations are not really crazy. They are definitely not any. I think Kentucky might be worse than here. That's why head coaching job here is so easy. The media is easy as pie. The fans are supportive regardless. And as long as he puts together a good team that's exciting, he's gonna be fine. An exciting team, and here's the thing, he's gonna win. It's hard not to win here with the talent that you have. I know a lot of fans, a lot of people on the outside got a kick out of his fake accent and all that other stuff. Players don't give a damn about that. You guys do. The media does. It's something for the media to write about, some for sports radio to talk about, just some for stuff for Twitter people to tweet about and have a joke about it. But the guys in the locker room don't give a damn. Do you think that really matters to them? Would they have a laugh? Would they have a chuckle? Sure. It's all about how you treat the players. Let me tell you something. One little thing with Coach O that hurt, and some people will hate it. They'll say, why did that happen? Some people will agree with it. The way he handled the what you call it, the marches is another reason why that 2020 season wasn't a good season for him. I don't know if you guys remember. I know you guys remember how Coach Stoops handled it. He supported his kids. It doesn't matter if you agree or not. If you don't support the kids that you went into their household, ate their food, told their parents how you was going to treat their son, showed them how much you respect them and how much you respect their son's abilities, and how you're going to do whatever it takes to make sure he succeeds on your campus. And you go to campus and the football players want to stage a march and you don't join, wasn't a good look. There was players on that team. So here's the thing. People don't get either. Some people get it. There are players in that locker room that are from different backgrounds, different beliefs, different religions, different political beliefs, etc. And they march together. You don't think there are some supporters of whatever on that team that didn't agree with the march, but they still march because they're a team? That's your brother. You don't agree with your brother in everything, but you support them. And Coach O didn't do that. Gonzalez Kelly kills a kid. Another Christmas situation like that. These Cajun mamas. Well, yes, you're right. It's something that was stuff piled up on Coach O. The thing that gave Coach O these 2 years was Coach O win the national championship. That's really what it was. If he didn't win the national championship in 2019, he was gone. He's not a good coach, man. He's a great figurehead whom you kind of keep away from your team. And he's just a face where he gives you, go Tigers, all that stuff. He is he's exciting to the people outside the facilities. Same with these ex-players. I was shocked about how many ex-players said that he should be the coach. I was shocked by that. It's going to be interesting, though, with Kelly. It's going to be kind of like the Dave Aranda when he went to Baylor. The way Matt Rule handled it is totally different than Dave Aranda. The way Coach O handled it, trust me, it's totally different than what Coach Kelly's going to handle it. And it's going to take players some time to adjust. But winning cures all ills. All of them. That never said Coach O didn't love his players. That's he is totally different from what I'm saying. Not saying he doesn't, but let me say this: it's like you can love a girl, but she don't love you back as much as you want her to. That's what Coach O has. Some of the things that he has done and the colors that he has shown during this whole pandemic and everything that's come with this pandemic, some players did not appreciate it. So that's my Coach O angle. Now let's talk about, you know what? Let me do this. Let me talk about KC and their issues. I'm talking about the Chiefs. Jeez, I don't have my Twitter up. I had a tweet today saying how the league has figured out Kansas City. And let me try to find it. I don't think you figure out a team. You really can't. Ronald Isham said Stacey Langley. Who is Stacey Langley? But Coach O is gonna Coach O was the hottest. Coach O was the most eligible bachelor in the city, in the state. All the women loved him. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna get his 17 million in Louisiana. 17 million. Depends on where he lives. 17 million anywhere in the state, though, is you are living like a king of kings. And he will be able to get all the free crawfish and gumbo and etouffee and jambalaya and po' boys and hurricanes and what are those things called? The green, what are they called? The green hand grenades, whatever they call them, drinks in New Orleans. You better get whatever he wants for the rest of his life. Trust me on that. Do you think he's going down south? I don't know where he's gonna go. I really don't know where he's gonna go. But Ronald Isham said there's been numerous articles addressing the predominance of the two deep safeties and the deleterious effect on Chiefs Mahomes kryptonite. I wanted to talk about this real quick. You don't figure out teams. I don't think he's going back home, though. I think he stays in Baton Rouge. I don't know. That's just me. You don't figure out teams. Okay? What's happened with Kansas City is a lot of things. The biggest thing is they lost their star running back, Edwards Helaire, who's an LSU program produced guy. He lost his tailback. When you go into two high safeties, that means you have 9 guys that's left. And if you split out anybody, no matter how you split them out, that's one less guy in the box. Okay? When teams go two high safeties, you typically run the ball, especially in the NFL. The other thing with two high safeties, it's a lot of weak points. And with their skill position players, they should have no problem with two high safeties. All you got to do is send Travis Kelce up the down seam. The middle of the field is a void. And the corners, where the other third of the field is a problem. So if you put Travis Kelce and put Cheetah on the same side, and have Travis Kelce take the play side safety because he run the middle field, and then bring Cheetah on the vertical, so now the corner's got to play him over the top. That right there is a too high safety beater. Simple. Or the simple smash route. Don't tell me that you would never have me believe that teams have figured somebody out. Now, what they do have is tape on them. Damn, who is Davinson? I'm not a recruiting guy. I have no idea who he is. Is he what? A receiver? What is he? Is he a corner? I'm not sure who he is. If you don't figure out teams don't do what they have to do to beat you. For example, if you remember, the first few games we were throwing those over routes to Wan'Dale, deep 60-yard passes. He announces when. Does he announce today? Where is he? He's from, that's the kid from Jersey? I thought his name was something else. There you go. I'm not, you got game film or highlights? Because highlights mean nothing to me because everybody has highlights. Game film, I'll watch a game film. 6'3" is nice. 4.4 speed, I think that's a lie. But we'll see. That's okay. You got okay. I'll watch the film because I want to see the bad plays with the good ones. I just want to see where you show the plays that you did your best on. It's gonna be interesting. So for Kansas City, some of it's bad luck. Some of it's not bad luck. Some of it things not going the way it was going. It's as my coach used to tell me when I was a shooter in basketball, it's law of averages. Shooters never stop shooting. Because law of averages is going to take over. If you're a 40% three-point shooter, you're going to eventually shoot 40%. You might go 0 for 12. Cam, are you saying you work with him? And 4.4 is so not slow. 4.4 is unless you're saying that's slow for him and you think he's faster. Let me tell y'all something. There's not that many 4.3 guys in this world. There's not that many 4.3 guys in this world. Probably on average, you're probably close to 4.5. If y'all understand what you worked with him personally, Cam, where are you? If he's in Jersey, are you in Jersey? Are you was that hand time, Cam, at 4.47 or electronic? Because now they have electronic timers. Are you a trainer, Cam? Send me your info, man. And where you at? Because I can send some kids to you potentially, unless you just got too many. You don't figure teams out. You have film on them. And what film does is don't help you figure them out. Yeah, see, the hand time is you that could be easily no shade, but 447 is definitely over 4.5, which is still fucking fast. That's why people don't understand. Get a stopwatch and do 0.2 of a second. Try that little that. Where you at, Cam? Where are you at? Well, what part of the country you at? Because it seems like you're in Jersey, or at least in the DMV. Okay, 4.5. That's fast. 0.2 of a second is not that much. That's like you travel. So Cam, you saying you have what group are you with? You said I got 9 this year, and you travel for one kid, or you travel for example, I know this track guy, he'll come to you if you get a group of kids. He's not coming for one kid unless you're gonna pay him out the ass. Send me your info. Give me a website or something, Cam. So you don't figure it out. You figure out tendencies. You understand that they like to run this route combination. When they come in this formation, this set, this personnel grouping, they do this. That's it. Now it's up on. Send me. I'm looking at my Twitter, Cam. I don't see anything from you at all about your new page or anything, or your new whatever. You don't figure that out. This is on Mahomes and on his players executing. I say this all the time. There are progressions. There are on every route combination. There's a short guy, there's a medium guy, and there's a long guy. Either you're doing the long guy to open up the medium guy, or you're doing the medium guy to open up the long guy. But sometimes you got to dump it off to the short guy. Or some damn time you just got to run the down ball. And it's really that simple. Kansas City is not running the down ball enough. And even with losing Edward Helaire, you still got backs. That's one thing that you can find in college and high school and every level is a damn running back. He might not be your home run hitter. He might not be the most explosive guy. Just post it on my line. I don't see anything, man. I don't see nothing being tagged to me. You're going to have to tag me. Hold on, let me see my mentions. Nope. I see nothing, brother. So, you post on my line on YouTube or you post it on my line on Twitter? Because that's the difference. So, you don't figure teams out. And Kansas City problem is Kansas City inflicted. They still got talent. They just got to execute. And too high safety does not stop an offense. Period. So that's on them. So that's what I got to say about Cincinnati. Now let's go to this last thing. Let's go to this Cristobal and Diaz deal. Fans love to go, and like I said, media love to go in on stuff. We have no idea the inner workings of the situation. We don't know. For Manny Diaz to continue to recruit in this situation means there was some transparency. Because here's the deal. If there wasn't transparency, he's freaking hearing it from the media. He's freaking hearing it from social media that they're entertaining another coach at another institution on the other side of the damn country. You don't think he hears and knows that? So you don't think that there's been some conversation with him and the administration? You don't think there was some, at least at worst, some text between Diaz and the president, since they don't have an AD? For Diaz not to come out and condemn this, says there's been some conversations. I don't think Mario Cristobal leaves Oregon for any other institution but the University of Miami. Yes, it is, Wade. I'm going to tell you something. Well, let me finish. So it doesn't mean there is not it's not possible for Diaz to stay on his staff. If Diaz is true U of M, he's a Miami guy. I know I think he went to Florida State, but he's a Miami guy. I think his dad was damn mayor of Miami or something. He's a Miami guy. And if he realizes that we can get Cristobal here, it is a good thing. I'm not saying Diaz stays, but I wouldn't be shocked if he does. Because he is a freaking defense. He is the brash version of Dave Aranda. And I love me some Aranda. Manny Diaz is the other side of the spectrum as far as outwardness, but they are the same brilliant defensive coordinators. And Cristobal would be lucky if Diaz stayed on the staff as a DC, because every head coach needs at least one coach with head coach ability, if he hasn't been a former head coach, to help him with stuff. Manny Diaz can take stuff off of Cristobal's plate as far as game planning, getting the guys ready, etc., because he's got a lot of shit on his plate as a head coach, especially coming back to Miami. Now Miami has to freaking the administration has to look at itself and dedicate and give resources to Cristobal that they stopped doing. And it's that simple. Cristobal to Miami is bad news for Dabo. Yes, it is. In a way. South Carolina has pretty damn good football. He's right next door to Georgia. He's still going to be able to take the top of the litter, not the top of the litter, so to speak, but some of the good players out of that panhandle all the way to Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and Florida State still stinking. So I think he can recruit Northern Florida and still get some players out there. No doubt. Here's the thing. There's 85 scholarship limit. He's going to be able to get some players out there anyway, because there's so many damn good players still in the state of Florida. It's ridiculous. So I'm not worried about Dabo. The thing about it is it's potentially can make it a tougher route for him to get to the CFP, but if they expand it, he still got an inside route, because honestly, the ACC really is not that good. If Clemson's not good, the ACC's not good. Now, if Cristobal can bring the U back, then you got Clemson in the U. All them other teams, man, Pitt is not anything special. Wake Forest wasn't anything special. They got fortunate that Dabo can't find another quarterback. And I think that system got a little stale. That's about it. But to me, Clemson is still the top of the litter in the ACC. One hiccup in I don't know how many, 5-6 years means nothing. Let's see them go back to years of keeping Clemson out there. And remember how Clemson came close to getting back in this damn thing with their late winning streak, I guess you want to call it that. I think Clemson lost 3 or 4 games. It was like they were 4-8. They're still a respectable team in a down year for them. That says a lot. I mean, what was Wake Forest record last year during the pandemic? It wasn't what it is now. But one thing that is helping, people say that the portal is helping, and it does. There's no doubt that the portal helps. I'm gonna tell you what helps more than the portal is these damn super seniors. Especially you have right 93 in a down year, right? Exactly. Especially if you have meaningful guys return who were starters potentially from the year before. So you got super seniors and you got a whole defense with maybe 6 of them Mama Jammers being super seniors. It makes a difference, man. So Clemson lost to Georgia, to NC State, and to Pittsburgh. Then they won their last 1, 2, 3, 4, and they beat Wake Forest 5 games. They won on a 5-game winning streak. What's the standings of the ACC? Because then it's kind of interesting. Were they was Clemson on the Wake Forest side? I'm sure that's what it would be. That would make sense. So what? But they beat Wake Forest. How the hell? For the ACC standings. Wow. So they're the only team that beat Wake Forest. So they're 6-2 in conference. Interesting. 6-2 in conference, 9-3 overall. I'm not sure they fell off the face of the earth. So now, here's the thing: is the U is to me equivalent to what Florida is. The last couple of coaches have not done a great job recruiting. It hurt the brand, and now the new coach is going to have to get that back up. It's going to take a minute. It's going to take a class or two. For them, maybe a class, because they can probably get one class and start that whole damn class, and they'll be damn good enough to wreak havoc, especially the U, because the ACC is not as physically taxing. People don't get that either. Now I'm morphing to another thing to talk about. People don't understand. The thing about the bowl game is anybody in this country can beat anybody on any given day. That's not just cliche, that's the facts. The thing about certain conferences is, let me give you an example, is the wear and tear on your body. It isn't the conference, it's the wear and tear on your body. So, Cincinnati played in the American League, right? Riddle me this. They played Miami, Ohio, Murray State, Indiana. So they had 2 bye weeks, Indiana. Then they played Notre Dame. Back-to-back, semi-tough game. Indiana wasn't nearly the team they were last year. So you got 2 back-to-back games in week 4, 3 and 4. Then they played Temple, bye week. UCF, bye week. Navy, a weird one just because of the style of play. Tulane, bye week. Tulsa, bye week. South Florida, bye week. SMU would have been a tough opponent if not for Sonny Dykes leaving. Then East Carolina, bye week. There is no physically taxing on your body in none of those games. The Navy game is the one game that they should feel it. Navy game, Notre Dame game. So they play 2 games where you feel it. SEC every down week is that. Even Vandy plays rough, where it bangs your body up. It's a bye week, but it's not a bye week where you're not still physically sore and drained. Wait till you find my page. Just had an article. It's totally different. And that's what people don't understand. That's why sometimes you get a Arkansas that plays Ole Miss 52-51, then the next week they lay an egg. Because they're physically freaking drained. Ha! Tavon Austin also ran a 4.3 and probably a hand time 4.2. And he has had no success in the NFL. Zero. It's a difference in physicality. And there's a difference in physicality. Okay? And that's the big difference, is week in and week out the grind. That's why I say this next schedule for us sets up nice, because we get these bye weeks, these natural bye weeks, not bye weeks, but natural breaks from pounding your body against SEC talent. It sets up nice for us. Now I just got to take advantage of it. So we'll see. All right, guys. Wade, Cam, thanks for joining. I might try this at a different time. That's all I got. That's about an hour. I can keep on ranting, but we'll stop it here. Maybe see you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. And go Cats.
1:16 left to play in the game. Quarterback drops